Hi, this is Carlton Cullins, and welcome to the Blue Sky Strong Box. Hey, this is Carlton Cullins with the Blue Sky Strong Box here in Austin, Texas, and this week I want to talk about sleep. Sleep often comes up in conversations that I have with people, with clients, with friends. I often get questions asking about sleep. I myself have problems with sleep from time to time, and I have my entire life, and I'm working on them currently. A lot of people I know have problems with sleep. For those of you out there who might not have any problems with sleep, consider yourself lucky and be thankful, because for all the rest of us it's difficult. Sleep has, there may be a lot of legitimate medical problems that might affect sleep, but I think for the most part sleep is just basically a symptom that your life is out of balance. All of our lives are out of balance. See, I think the American way of life is completely out of balance, and it is horrible for our health. That is why we are one of the most diseased countries in the world. Even though we have all this technology, all the money in the world, we are not a healthy country. We don't take good care of ourselves. So it's a lot of things. It's a balance of a lot of different things. I mean, obviously we need air to survive. Obviously we need water to survive. But we also need sleep. Sleep is so important. When it comes to cosmetics, people often, I'm a personal trainer, people come to me, they want to work with me, they want to lose some body fat, or maybe they want to gain some muscle. Sleep is one of the first things that I'm going to talk about, because if that's off, that is hindering. You're not going to get much progress until you at least start sleeping better. That's one of a bunch of different things, but it's so important to all that. But what can you do tonight to sleep better? I'm going to talk about myself a little bit and what the problems I've had and things I've done that maybe have helped a little bit. Because there's so many different things. You can read all up on it. Don't let everything scare you and overwhelm you. You just need to calm down. I consider myself part type B and part type A personalities. I like to think I have better of both of them, but my type A sometimes can get a little out of balance and get a little out of hand to hand. I'm a hustling person. I bust some ass when I work. Everything I bust ass. But I do that. I pay a price for that. I have such a high energy job, and I'm a physical person, and I have pretty much a physical job that my adrenal system, you've heard of adrenaline. It's something that kicks in after your regular energy has failed you, or you need an emergency or something like that. Your adrenal system kicks in to give you that extra bit of help. Well, you can run into that and start using your adrenal system, I believe, if you're not sleeping enough and you're too high energy. And I tend to be, as you've probably seen in these videos, I get a little high energy. It's just my natural nature. But I've learned as I'm getting older, and as the longer that I've been a trainer, I've been doing this for the better part of a decade. I've got to learn to tone it down. I used to train till way late in the night. I've cut that off and started cutting my hours down that I work considerably, because my sleep was getting affected, and that affected my work. You see how they both get hand in hand? It's a life in balance. When everything's out of balance, everything is messed up. So you've got to find all the different pieces and try to balance them all out. You can't just work on any one area. You can't just work on sleep. You've got to be aware that there's a bigger picture. But with that said, I've toned my own stuff down. I actually got the shingles on the back of my neck back in January because I work so much. I'm so intense. I had to bring that down a notch. So some of you may have sleep problems, and it might not. You might be the type of person that has a really sluggish job. You're not moving enough, and you're still having problems with sleep. For you, it may be something as simple as maybe you need to exercise and move a little bit more to balance your life out. If you sit around too much, if I take vacation and I sit around too much on my vacation, something that I don't normally do, I find that my energy level drops considerably. I feel like I want to take a nap all the time. I don't want to exercise. I don't want to do all the things I need to do. So there needs to be some kind of balance. For me, typically, that I'm so active that I need to sleep more. I need to rest more. I've worked out since I was 12 years old, so 25-something years, I've been exercising on a normal basis. But I've learned that over the years, not just because I've gotten older, but just because my energy level and my responsibilities have compounded as I've gotten older, that I have to learn to take care of things. I need to rest. I need to take days off. Even though I may be working and doing this, that, or the other, but I bring it down a notch and maintain a better level. Now, big things that affect sleep are things like caffeine, things if you're angry. If If you're pissed off about something, obviously you've got some stuff you need to work on. You may require visiting with a counselor. It may require you doing some meditation. And often when people use the word meditation, people think it's such a silly joke, but everybody can do some level of meditation. It may be something as simple as watching a movie and letting your mind just not have to think about something too much, or maybe listening to some music with some headphones on can get you to tone down. That's a form of meditation. Going for a walk. Just something that's calming. But I find that at night when I'm done, I need to not move too much. So I want to sit still, let my body realize that I want to go to sleep in the next few hours, so I try to calm down. I try to keep the lights pretty dim inside the house, even though it drives my fiance crazy. I try to tone it down a little bit. I try not to move too much. Maybe turn some more air on to feel more comfortable, but to try to relax. Maybe watch a movie, listen to music, do something, whatever it is that calms you down, brings you a notch. But avoid bright lights. I think the biggest problem with our society today, or as of right now, is all these bright computer lights and bright cell phone lights and tablets and all these other things. The computer lights that come through those, even if you have them on energy saver mode, those lights, they prove, cut off melatonin production, and they just interfere with all of our inner workings, and they keep us wide awake. So if you're looking at a phone right before you sleep, it's probably messing up your sleep. For those of you that have problems with sleep, you don't even know what this is talking about. For all the rest of us out there in the world, you know what I'm talking about. Stay away from all those stuff. The hours before you're going to sleep. Try not to maybe eat too much before you go to sleep, but don't starve yourself either. If you're finding you're having trouble going to sleep, you might need to eat a little something before bedtime. But try different things. I finally got to where nothing was really working. I was doing all these things, and I tried taking one pill of melatonin every night. And I did that for the last couple months, and it seemed to work well. I still woke up a bunch during the night, but the next day I felt like I had actually had rest. So I've tried that, but I didn't want to get hooked on that. I don't want to ever be hooked on any drug. I don't want to be hooked on anything, not even aspirin, if I don't have to. So I wanted to get off of melatonin. It sounds crazy to some people, but I didn't want to stop taking it. So I stopped taking it on the weekends to see how I did, because it didn't matter if I didn't get good sleep on the weekends. Not that much, because I didn't have to work and face people and work all day. So it was fine. I seen that I did fine a couple weekends in a row. So this last couple weeks, I'd stopped taking it, and I've slept well. There was a couple of nights I didn't sleep well. It might have been a full moon. I might have just really ramped up my system, but point is, I was trying that, and then I got away from it. I'm trying to get enough sleep every night. You've got to go to bed at a reasonable time. Whatever time that you get up every morning, you need to subtract 8 hours from that and try to be in bed before that. And if you're like me and you have a hard time winding down, a couple of hours before that, you're going to probably need to sit calm and sit still and start getting ready. Get everything ready. Don't get all jittery up. Calm yourself down, because sleep has more carryover than any other things. I promise you, if you don't sleep for a few days, you will hate your life. And life is not worth living if you hate it every day. So I want you to be happy. I want you to be healthy. These are my tips this week. If you have any questions, write me. I will do my best to help you. I will see you next time.